Good morning. Welcome to Expression of Interest. In real estate, expression of interest generally means we are putting a serious offer on a property. But at Union Square House, expression of interest is a habit, it is a culture where we debate, we discuss different topics, places, prices, products, and whatnot. So let's just deep dive in and let's see what we are discussing today. What are you guys doing here?
We were just having a quick discussion about Dubai South.
Dubai South or south of Dubai?
The general geography, yes, but we were right now talking about that project.
So what were you talking? What were you guys talking?
Oh, the way the prices have gone up, the way appreciation is coming, the interest we have seen go up drastically. People who chose to get involved initially, I think they've done really well.
More importantly, all the developers who have their focus set on the south, including the government, developers, companies, industries, all of that. So apparently, Dubai South is the next big grand thing of
Interesting. So I have a actual story, and I'm not making it up just because for their thing. So I'm last month I had a client from India. I had to take him to 5 different places, and I'll name those 5 places. I think it was 4. So we decided we'll go to Gulf Foods, we'll go to Lashama, we'll go to Dubai Hills Estate, and that's about it. So he called me up at night and he said, "What is this Expo City?" I said, "It's a place you want to see." So I said, "Okay, let's start to there." So we went to Expo. We went on that buggy tour that they give us.
Yeah.
And we saw a few show apartments over there. And then we were just sitting and he was speaking with somebody in the phone. So I asked him, by the way, this guy is a relative. So I asked him that, what are you doing? So he was just talking to his friend. He said, we'll wait for half an hour. I've called him over here. And he was so excited about it. So the next question was, are we not going to Gulf Foods?
Yes.
So his thing was, no, we are just here. This is the thing that I was looking for. So my question to him was, why so? So his thing is that it is the future. Yeah. This is where the city is growing. This is where it will be going.
You have to see anytime, Gitesh, I'm sure you will agree, anytime the government starts putting money into something, they themselves make sure that it doesn't go to waste. Individual developers can do well, a lot of them do well, but that is a mix, right? That is in their control. But the government puts a lot of thought, a lot of research, a lot of long-term planning into infrastructure development, which is where the entire south of Dubai, Expo City, Palm Jabal Ali, that entire belt, basically the airport, there's a lot going into it, and I'm sure they will make sure that it succeeds.
That's true, but at the same time, we also need to understand it's not a short-term game.
Correct.
Yeah, because people who have the capacity for at least 5 to 6 or maybe 7 years down the line,
Absolutely.
to get the real vibe of that location, the real geographical art of the location, the real enhancement, including the airport, including the infrastructure, including more of the rails at the metros, all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
So that is going to take some time, and obviously that's one of the reasons why all the big brands, and we talk about it in terms of developers, are coming up with gated communities.
Master communities.
Like,
Master communities.
obviously, there are other developers, private developers who have individual building here and there, but a proper systematic community vibe, there are a handful of few where they are selling for a decent value for almost 1400 dirhams to 2000 dirhams on apartments, which should eventually grow in the near future.
Of course.
If you look at not the south, let's say closer to the south, let's say anything that's on the Sheikh Hamdan Street or the Emirates Road or E611 and all, they're anyways transacting for 2000 dirham per square feet. But what advantage do they have for the near future or the longer run? There's nothing fancy, there's nothing big that's coming up.
Okay.
So it's about investors to pick and choose whether they want short-term gain and exit or they want to go for a long-term thing, which is what people had or faced in 2003 or 2004 when downtown came into the picture.
When Marina came into that. I was just going to say, downtown is a work in progress. It's what, 15, 16 years? Even something at the scale of downtown has taken that long.
Yeah.
Something like the south of Dubai is probably 6, 7 times the size in just overall master plan basis. So it would be wrong for us to expect that within the next 2 or 3 years it will top off. It's going to be a steady consistent growth that will happen over a long period of time.
Interestingly, that was my question to him. But what is your strategy? Why do you want this place? I mean, are you looking at short-term capital appreciation, or you're looking at a long-term thing? He was a person who says that I'm not going to settle. I see this as a vision, and I align with it. I see that it will be there for this place is there for the next 15, 20 years, and that is why I want to be a part of it.
But that is why it is also important to get in initially, because you lock in a purchase price, and every year the rents that you get, your return is based on what price you buy it at.
Correct.
If you get in too late, you are buying it perhaps at double the price as somebody else bought it.
Correct.
The same apartment at the same rent is giving him double the ROI, is giving you half the ROI. That is why it also becomes important to get in at the right time.
Why much I will stop you over there because we are over here only talking about investment aspect, right? Correct. This appreciation, rental income and all. I'll give you a live example. Recently, I mean, it's an old client of mine who keeps on buying properties through me.
Right.
He has gone to Expo, did his research, everything. He's like, it is why when you introduce me Expo. I'm like, I thought it's too far for you. So apparently he is in the industry of exhibitions. So he's the one who designs the entire exhibition concept and everything in the World Trade Center. So apparently we all know World Trade Center sooner or later when the exhibitions are happy will stop.
26?
Yeah. They've already started putting calendar.
Gulf Foods and Health, both exhibitions are moving to D.
Cytex is also shifted.
Correct. So apparently his motive was that I want to buy one bedroom over there for only for his and his wife. So he wants to move in over there, that community, so that it's easier for him to get a control over the 1.5 kilometer long exhibition centers and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously there is a mall which is constructed and
it's
designed by the mall.
Ready infrastructure. I mean, if you go to Expo City, you can go to a restaurant. There are hotels operational. There's a few events. The concerts have already started happening in Vassal Dome. So we are well into that process, but there's still a lot of things to come. A lot of
Massive land buy.
precisely.
One of the reasons, if I'm not mistaken, there was a thing that they were talking about that by the end of 2028, there'll be more than 500,000 jobs that's going to be provided. And almost 25 or 30% of Dubai GDP will only be generated from the sun. 30%.
That's what the plan is for the D33 plan. That 30% of so I was just reading this Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan. When the Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan, if we see, they want to make 6 urban centers.
Yeah.
3 already exist. Dera Bar Dubai, 1. Second is Business Bay, downtown. Third,
Marina.
Marina JLT. Fourth will be DSO, that area. Silhouette is on Oasis. Fifth is District 2020, which is Expo City. Sixth will be the Jebel Ali side. Now, if we look at all these places which are already there, you will find few things in common. They have business setups over there. They have residential. They have tourist activities. You go to Marina, you go to Bar Dubai, you go to Business Bay. Same is happening with south of Dubai. You have business centers over there. You have a logistics park. You have Jafza Port, very well located between both the palms en route to Abu Dhabi. So we have all the elements over there. The only element that was missing so far is the residential. And that is coming up pretty fast.
And also more importantly, we need to also understand the tourism. Because Dubai is known for tourism. So why do people come to South? In terms of infrastructure, in terms of what is there. You have a mall, correct? You have Expo City, which is not going to stop. It's going to be more like an exhibitions and events. Correct. And also, it's not only about the exhibitions, it's also about the concerts. So they have the Vassal Dome, where they actually have having more of concerts. Plus, they've got 2 or 3 more mini Coca-Cola Arena concept of
Stadium sort of things.
Stadiums as well. Plus malls are there. Plus metro connectivity. Plus airport. Plus you have the largest aviation city, logistics city, largest port, Palm Jebel Ali, which is the big thing. So tourism.
DIP. Don't forget, industrial city, industrial park. That entire belt. I mean, Jebel Ali Port is undergoing a $2.5-3 billion upgrade. Palm Jebel Ali is up and running. People, I mean, more than half of it is already sold. Jebel Ali downtown is coming. The first lot of apartments, I think we are expecting launches sometime in the first half of 26 for the apartment launches to start in Palm Jebel Ali. So
Before
they are not slowing down on that area.
Before we move ahead, I forgot to introduce everybody. So this is Hitesh, who is full of himself and full of knowledge. That is Harkaran, who is seeking knowledge. This is Afra. We just kept her here, so you need a cute face in the.
No, sorry, my bad. With Afra, she doesn't know much about South. So it's more of her understanding, and then we'll ask what are your thoughts.
Yes.
Afra, right?
I don't very much agree with Dubai South because I believe it to be a very, very long-term investment. So I don't want to say anything negative.
But
obvious.
I agree. Maybe right now.
We have Dubai South or South Dubai.
Sorry, guys, we have forgotten to introduce another.
This lovely gentleman.
You don't have to introduce me. You did it last time. It is not going on.
So he's Mr. Nalin.
Thank you so much.
One of the really hardworking person in the Mid Square House, and we also call him the Reboker and Ranbir Kapoor.
Oh, I'll explain it.
His hair is tamed today. He's behaving himself.
You should be the last person talking about hair.
No, I talk most about it.
Okay, so yeah, Afra,
Yes.
after let's say about 5 minutes or 7 minutes of our discussion, what are your thoughts on South?
Dubai South or south of Dubai is a very, very good place to invest in if you want to get your returns 20 years from now. And also if you want to have no greenery whatsoever nearby you.
Sorry, I'll stop you there. There's a gigantic green belt which is located on the entire strip of Expo Road. So there's crazy amount of
There is, if you again study the master plan, 2040 urban master plan, Emaar South is marked as a golf sector over there.
That is the entire golf set.
That is the entire. You have many more luxury projects coming beyond that as well. So it will take time. I mean, go back few years, or even Ranches was also not green. Today it is. You have the entire.
There's only the vision after that we need to understand that. So okay, we are being spoiled with so many luxury communities, so many family-oriented communities, whether it be lagoons, parks, central parks, golf course, forest, XYZ. But that is ready now. We're talking about something that will eventually come up in the next 5, 8, 10 years. So
Yeah, but if you look for what is the purpose of an investment? It's to make money, and the sooner you get your money to your pocket, the better. Why?
So there is one more aspect to it. How do you make money? You buy at lowest possible price, and sell at the highest possible price. That area has all the elements. It has the lowest possible price per square feet as of today. Obviously, there will be other projects which are there.
No, but for a quality, high-end master developer project, it is one of the most cost-effective options to get right now.
That I agree with.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything against it. And I mean, the Sheikh himself said this is the place to be in. 2030, 2040 plans are there. I agree, but 2040 is so far away.
correct. But see, we need to understand one thing. Downtown was first launched in 2003, 2004. Okay, they had sold apartments over there starting from almost 1,100 dirham per square feet. Back in those years, we're talking about almost 2.5 decades back or 2 decades back. Now, how much are they trading for average 2.5 to 3,000 dirham per square feet for a good apartment?
Yeah.
This is something we're talking about, which is going to be the next downtown or the next central of the If now they've started selling let's say townhouses and on we're selling for 1,100, 1,150 per square feet, and apartments on an average about 1,400 per square feet. So that is the bit point right now. So eventually in downtown, people have taken almost about 2 decades to reach to a level of 3x, 4x of their capital that they have invested, plus whatever the returns that they have made. It's the same thing that's the history is repeating, but after almost 2 or 3 years.
But don't forget, Dubai of 2003 is very different from Dubai of 2025. The draw for everybody in the world, the volumes of people. There was a time when people used to, the men used to come here and work and send money back home.
Correct.
People around the world are now bringing their families. The men are staying back to work wherever they are working, and the families are living here. I mean, it has just completely overturned what Dubai is in the minds of people around the world. It is attracting.
One question to Andra. You're from Turkey, Istanbul. What made you come to Dubai then?
Money.
You love this, sir?
That's the end of the episode. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, you have answered the question. People are here to make money. People are here to make families happy, stable, income, XY.
The quality of life, the exposure, the safety, you can't disregard that aspect. Some of the best schools, some of the best hospitals, infrastructure wise, which all there.
Coming back,
It's all here.
bringing that thing again, like because all what we've been talking, if you look at that across the world, whichever cities, whichever trade centers have developed,
Yes.
they have developed around places of trade. Or wherever there was exchange of products. I mean, look at Bardubai. Bardubai, older side that was known for training. That's how the
It still is.
it's still it. It's still it.
45, 50 years later, it still is.
Exactly. So look at that location. It has all the elements. You have products from 1100 to 1400 to 2500 as well. It totally depends what your alignment is, how your thought process is, and what your strategies are.
No, look at the amount of.
That time in 2004 or 2003 or 2000, maybe early 1900s, we never had many people. What was the population that time? Hardly any. Tourism were hardly any. So now when Dubai wants to expand, so they want that trade of Abras and everything that used to happen. Look at that size and look at the largest port that is in Jebel Ali. It's almost gigantically big.
Correct, correct.
So it's promoting more of trading to
There was a time when they were catching up, trying to do things that are working around the world. And now they are actually pioneering things. They are doing things that have not been done around the world. Things like AI, things like, I mean, they are ahead of the world right now. And that is what is pulling people in. The fact that it is cost effective, the taxation bit, things, these are details depending on what your use case is. But in general, that area, I think the possibilities are endless.
But why do you think it is going to be 40 years or 20 years? I think, what was the starting price, Adesh, when like Dubai South started?
Dubai South as the project. As a project, they had launched these townhouses, which I think was about 700 or 800 dirham per square feet.
And I think in another 3 years, there was
Now they're trading in for almost 1300, 1350 per square feet, something like that.
that is 3 to 4 years,
That's about 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years. So don't you think people have already doubled their money?
Yeah, which they have.
Yeah.
People did. Okay, I'm not saying anything to that.
5 to 6 years is a good, duration.
Now the main motivation is the airport expansion. That's the biggest motivation. That's the biggest push to Dubai South.
Yeah.
Once the big fishes or the big sharks of the airline industry move into Maktoum Airport, that's it. There's nothing that's going to go there. Now we feel it's too far, it's too deserted, it's too lonely, it's too quiet.
Correct.
But it's everything eventually change with time.
You remember 15, 16 years ago, people used to say, what is wrong with you? Why are you living in Arabian ranches? And that was Arabian Ranches 1.
Yeah.
That was Arabian Ranches 1.
It's the master plan of Emaar. When Emaar started coming up, people genuinely felt that's on the border of Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And now ask anybody, where?
That's where they want to live.
That's where, even if you're here for 2 days, you 1 day in downtown and 1 day in your
JDA.
Yeah. So, Afra, have we convinced you about the south of Dubai?
Not totally. I understand it's coming up. I understand it's good value for money. I understand you still make money off of it. But realistically, there are other options that will not keep you waiting that long. Example, like you can still invest in the, I don't know, downtown, not even Marina,
it's
and
about the
still make
price
money short term.
About the price point,
It's the ticket bracket.
When 5 years ago, you're absolutely right to an extent, but when 5 years ago somebody bought at maybe 700 dirhams a square foot, they can exit today at 1400 and they've doubled their money in 5 years. They don't have to wait 40 years.
Correct.
In those 40 years, maybe 10 rounds of investors would have made money.
Somebody entering downtown at 3,500 to 4,000 dirhams per square feet.
Right.
I don't know when it will reach 8,000 or when will they get an exit. They definitely will. There's nothing wrong with downtown. But the space of growth is over there.
It's the percentage that's in of appreciation that
Yeah.
left. Because every land has a particular proportion that it can only reach to that certain level. It will go beyond that. Dubai South as a whole has a drastic way for gigantic growth. But other areas, it will grow, but not to a substantial difference of what you should find.
Don't forget downtown.
South.
Don't forget downtown apartments. Perhaps I would say 80% of the apartments have probably transacted at least 6 to 8 times.
Yeah.
People have bought, people have made money, depending on what their timeline was, what their expectation was, and exited. That demand has carried on. That is what has pushed it up. Today, if a developer buys a plot of land in downtown, which doesn't exist, by the way, they would probably not be able to sell for less than 6 or 7,000 dirhams a square foot if they want to make some substantial amount of money.
Correct.
Which is what we are seeing happening in the case of the DIFC developments, things like Emirates Financial Towers, things like One Zabil, things like Address Zabil. I mean, these are places that are showing us that as land parcels decrease, developers have no choice. It's a cost thing. Developers have no choice but to push the price up, and that is where
It's also about the time the developers have done the land acquisition. Correct. What time have they purchased the land? So, for example, see, in Marsa, people bought Arbana, which are the color homes,
yes.
for like 800,000 dirhams, 750,000 dirhams directly from developer.
This was which year?
We're talking about in 2017-ish. And during obviously close to handover because it was still developing. So people were renting it out for like 45,000 dirhams. Now it is trading out for bare minimum 1.4, 1.5. Rental income is about 80,000, 87. So everything has doubled up. The rentals have doubled. The price aspect has doubled.
And that was to get from zero to now.
And that
Now it gets established, so that also increases. It gets faster.
New. So the proper roads infrastructure when they had launched in
Correct.
nobody knew which part of Dubai we were in that time. That's establishing now airport is under
Especially after Expo 2020, when the metro connectivity came and millions of people visited, it just put Dubai South on the map and the minds of people.
Also all the concerts that they're doing, like people know about it, like because it's a concert place, it's a concert.
And imagine who are the concerts is one, the exhibitions. Who are the people that come for these exhibitions? They are businessmen and I mean
People with money.
business people from around the world, right?
Yeah, true.
That one event, Gulf Foods, for example, will bring food industry people from around the world and put them in Dubai South.
Guys, here we're talking about industry. Let's talk about the government level. They had the summit that happened.
Correct. The police summit.
Yeah.
Also COP 2020.
And COP 2020, yes.
So all the people around the world, the rulers, the presidents, all that had come down to the south. So imagine that's the way to promote, and they are promoting, and they're not stopped.
And by the way, the JetX terminal for private planes is already operational at Al Maktoum Airport.
It is.
The cargo flights are already operating.
Freight,
Passenger flights have been
some smaller airlines are already operating. Freight operations are already there because of Logistics City, of course. But even the JetX terminal. So there are private planes and business jets already landing in DWC.
Yeah. Guys, one more thing. So like whenever you have an aircraft and everything, your jets, you obviously need to get your services done of the aircrafts and all. Dubai is coming up with their own service center of jets. So
Dubai will be the biggest MRO, maintenance, repair and overhaul facility in the entire continent
Okay.
on this side.
Yes.
Develop two, I think, in the whole world, and Dubai is going to be the third one in this continent.
Oh, that's good because I was worrying about my private jet and its maintenance. So that's a very good thing, on the regular.
You got to think of it now because 3 years later, when you actually buy your private jet, you will need these services.
No, but one thing I've realized is that the area, that location is for investors who can hold.
Yeah.
If you are aware for the short
For exponential growth, for real big chunk of the pie, there is a little extended holding will always help. Always help. The quick turnaround flipping thing is a very small percentage game. Now imagine somebody who bought in downtown something like a one bed in one of these Emaar towers around Burj Khalifa for like 800,000 or $1 million. It's at 3 today, right? But if somebody's bought it at 2.6 3 years ago, of course that's pro rata. That's all the appreciation they have seen.
Correct.
So yes, you have to get in first to be able to realize that entire journey of the appreciation that it comes as the area develops.
So I think, guys, we have got a lot of information. We have kind of conference staff for us, which is a big achievement to us.
with a private jet.
With a private. Oh, sorry.
That's something I learned today. I didn't know that title she had before.
So I think now we leave it to the audience for them to comment on how they felt and what are their view thoughts. So please kindly share your thoughts on comments. We'll be more than happy to address any questions or queries.
And and as I said, don't miss out on the very wonderful Mr. Hitesh. You can also connect with Harkaran on his Insta, and she's always available on WhatsApp.
Always.
And not to forget our dear brother, Garibokar and
You would have to do that. You know that.
Just make sure you recognize him even if his hair is open.
Yes.
This was as the first one. We are trying to improve. We are trying to bring better content. And if there's any feedback, do
Schedule let us know. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys.